Hey, good morning and welcome to SIB Into the Unknown. My name's Steve, aka SIB Popper. I'm one of the founding members of Stabbed in the Back, along with my lovely partner, Shazzy Jennings. Today is, where are we? New Year's Eve. So, morning, Sarah. Morning, Shazzy. Today is New Year's Eve, and I have made a commitment to SIB by buying subscription again. So we now can transmit both on Facebook and to our YouTube channel at the same time. So it's going out to live to both at the moment. We are tickety boo. Was it Thursday morning? I can't really remember. My brain's not really with it. I've managed to get rid of my bad hair. When I say bad hair, it wasn't really bad hair. It was just unusual looking. That was all. It was all messed up and everything else. So, Kim went, "Hi, Kim. Can't text much, but can listen in the bath." Yeah, it's cold here, Sarah, as well. Hi, Nicola. This morning is, New Year's Eve. It's the end of what has been an interesting year, shall we say. It's been frightening for a lot of people. It's been a really big kick in the teeth for ghost hunters, really. A lot of them have actually gone out and broken the law. The laws of lockdown and everything else, but we decided we're going to do it properly, because we not only do we have ourselves to think about, we have a lot of health issues to think about with our team. Hello, Elox. It's been one of those, what do we do, how do we do it, and if we can't do it properly, what do we do? So Shazzy is currently waiting on COVID results. She had a COVID test yesterday? Tuesday. Where are we? Tuesday, yeah. I'm losing track of days. So unfortunately she's now stuck in home. So I've got to go out to the shops on my own, which is going to be exciting. Haven't been out to the shops on my own for a long time. Nicola says, "How are you both?" We're okay. Hello, you trying to get in? Come on then, hang on. I've just got to move the keyboard, otherwise Elox tends to switch things off. She sits on my desk. You want to come up then? Come on then. There you go. There he is. Yeah, see? You see yourself now, can't you? Hey? So, So we are keeping our fingers crossed for Shazzy to get a negative. But there we go. This is my funky gibbon. Elox. He is still a kitten, but he's huge for a kitten, really. We call him a funky gibbon because when you look at him, sometimes he does actually look like the white gibbons with the black faces. He's just settled down on my desk. There we go. He's happy. Unlike this cheeky little chappie who is actually a funky gibbon. There we go. Yeah, I'll move the camera so you can see. There he is. Whenever I'm on a live, Elox has to be involved. Well, the cameras, come on. There we go. Good morning, Jade. We are. Elox loves pens. He also loves the packets of Parma violets. I've had so many packets of Parma violets go missing, and I found them down the side of the sofa where he sits. It's really quite interesting. But he just tried to run off with my pen. but he's just being a little back. So yes, here we go. Where do we go from here? We've had to make some radical changes. So we have main team, which is our bubble. So that's myself, Shazzy, Heather, Kat and Ben, Louise. Hold that thought, hang on. I've just seen what Nicola's just put up. I'll get my Christmas present. Yes, I do. I do have a Christmas T-shirt on, but then I wear it all year round. So, yeah, I had this for Christmas. Now, this had 45 packets in, to which I added another 50 packets. So there's actually 95 packets worth of Parma Violets in here. You know, I thought, well, if I do it that way, I don't have to keep opening packets. It's just going to make it a lot easier. So there we go. Yeah, Elox, you like those, don't you? So, excuse me, I got distracted by the cat. So yes, tonight there is the big thing. Is it Jumanji or Happy New Year? Now, for most of us, it's going to be Jumanji, because you say Jumanji and it's over and done with. You know, it's like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. So, you know, it's just something a little bit different. I just heard an electronic device on my desk, which is impossible because everything's plugged in that should be plugged in and switched off that shouldn't be on. Where is it? Sorry, got distracted. So yeah, as we move forward into 2021, so we've had to make some radical decisions. We've had to drop counties totally, because with COVID, we can't get out. We can't justify the county teams. So Warwickshire is basically the main team. So that, as I say, that's myself, Shazzy, Louise Marie, Heather, Ben and Kat. Then we have a support team, which is Minty, Han, Alex, JJ, that's Joanne Cypher, by the way, for those that don't know, Jackie Bustle-Hurd and Ian Bustle. Sorry? And then up in Lincolnshire, we have Jade and Aaron. Aaron is our UFO go-to guy. And if you have any UFO questions, you can always aim them at him on our Facebook page. And he's put a post up about that, actually. We've been meaning to do that for a couple of days now. So yeah, as I say, we are live both on Facebook and on YouTube. I will put our YouTube channel up on our Facebook. I do apologise. Elox, please don't press the button. Elox just managed to kick us back to the login screen, or the SIV screen. I do apologise for that, but I'm back. Yeah, Jade and Aaron are not only assets of the team, but they're also family, which is a big thing for us. You know, it's, yeah, I'm not going to embarrass Jade and make her cry, so there we go. I've lost my train of thought. Totally useless this morning. Till it's coming towards the end of the week. Yeah, our adopted daughter, our adopted pain in the bum, you know, she's, yeah. As or as somebody calls her, the burping farting machine. So there we go. But no, it's nice to have certain people in our lives who do make a difference. Elox keeps looking at something just here. I don't quite know what he can see, but I can't see it. I can feel something because something keeps pulling on my hair and tapping my ear. So there we go. Right, I'm just need to do this on there. Unfortunately, I can't get all the comments up on the studio at the moment. I'm not sure why. So that is really starting to bug me. Right, so there we go. Yeah, the Facebook channel is called SIB Popper. Because it won't allow me to change the name, because it's all linked into my Gmail account and everything else. So it's SIB Popper. Excuse me, let's just try and type this. With Elox's help. There we go. So I put that up. So there we go. As I say, we are live on YouTube as well as being live everywhere else. So yeah, it's good. So on our YouTube channel, there are also some other videos that we've done in the past, events we've done, bits and pieces. Also, when we've had guests on and other people, there's things on there. So something a little bit different. There's there are some interesting things on there. There's also some of my artwork that I've done in the past. There's a lovely bit on there with Nanny Lynn that was taken at someone's wedding, where she's jigging away and didn't realise I was actually videoing her until the very last minute. I'm going to have to move the cat because he's done it again. Right, I do apologise, guys. Elox is going up there because he's just starting to mess. But who'd have thought that a beautiful little cat would do that? You know, I know he's just one of those. So, morning, Claire. I just want to say this, guys. If you have a problem with something on SIB, or you see something on somebody else's profile that you don't like, would you please stop reporting it to people? You know, or saying that this person is doing this and trying to drive a wedge between people, because we've had it too many times and it's now affecting people we know. It's happening to them. And I just, it's causing issues and it hurts. So please, if you don't agree with something, just scroll past. Or if you don't want to get involved, or you feel that they've made a mistake, you can always click the unfriend button. People don't mind, At least then you can't, you don't end up causing issues for that person. We've been stabbed in the back so many times at SIB by Shazzy and myself, by other teams, by other people. At the end of the day, we just don't give a damn anymore. Let them get on with it. We'll always say, if you don't like what we do, you know where the door is. And if we ever find out who's slagging us off or whatever, if it's somebody in the group, you will be publicly removed. We will name and shame you, because we feel that people have a right to know. And also it'll go through any copies or comments that we receive or anything else will be posted into the Paranormal Unity pages. So that you might be slagging us off to another group. It does happen. All we say is, please remember, we're only human. Nobody's a professional in this game. Nobody has the right to turn around and say it's all wrong, because, how do you know? Nobody knows. We can't say that it's right all the time. We'll be the first ones to say that. We will always try and debunk everything before we accept it as fact. Yeah, and as Shazzy says, you'll be bashed over the head with a concrete whatsuit with a hand grenade. And probably stick a... Sorry? Nah. Hand grenade does enough damage on its own. No, you can't play with the microphone, Elox. Come on, let go. I've got him. He's in my arms, and he's still trying to get a hold of everything. But this is where he always settled when we first had him, and he just seems to settle on me now. It's really odd. He does seem to come over. Shall I join Papa? Oh dear. Do you want me to invite you to the chat? Hi, Cat. We are, unfortunately, as well, we have now joined the Tier 4 Wallers. So we are in serious lockdown. The fact that we all knew it was coming. The government has said they're not going to do a Tier 5 yet, but there is a potential for the future. I'm sorry, I just get it over and done with. Let's get it over and done with. Let's move on and see where 2021 takes us. You're right, Kim. Some people are not happy unless they make other people's lives misery. Shazzy, we don't fake what we do. What you see is what you get. I'll say one thing. Kat came out with us one night, and we went to a church, a graveyard in Rugby. We took Kat with us, and she had a couple of amazing experiences, including when a spirit spoke to her and she thought it was one of us, and it wasn't. Hi, David. Yeah, very true. I've got room now to actually post that one up. Why are people so nasty? It's happening everywhere, and lots of the same people with fake profiles, so it makes you want to give up, and it's not fair. Now, we know of at least 3 people that have got multiple fake profiles who say that they are ghost hunters, but then slag everyone off. Or they like to follow other groups and then report back to their group leaders or whoever and tell them that these people are saying this and these people are saying that. We had the pleasure of meeting David when we went down to see Nanny Lynn. We went over we met him and his wife, and it was fantastic. A real, genuine ghost hunter. Shout Jumanji all day, Happy New Year.
I'll say Happy New Year. Can't know what I mean.
Yeah. Shazzy's got, let's put it like this. She went on the Track and Trace app and put in, because she basically just to see what symptoms are: sore throat, chest, that kind of thing, temperature. and it said get a COVID test. So it's exactly what I had to do before we went to the Dolphin for Halloween, and hopefully Shazzy will get the symptoms. No, she'll get the results back ASAP. You know, it'd be really nice, I think, to get David on here and have an interview style chat, you know, like I've done with Ellie, I've done with Mark, and various others, and just see, you know, I know David's involved with a new group. He's an admin on a new group in Gloucester, and it's absolutely fantastic, you know, that these groups are slowly appearing. You're getting more and more regional groups, which is nice. Gloucester covers, well, it's about 150,000 people. You know, you imagine if every single one of those was a ghost hunter. You've disappeared. No, I'm still here. So, yeah. You know, it's one of those things. I'm still here. I haven't, no. The only time I disappeared was when I've disappeared twice, and that's when Elox, don't press that button. He's reaching again. Oh dear, that's not good, Cap. Their son has pains in his legs, and he's out cold on the sofa with a little bit of a temperature. We're sending you lots of healing vibes, thoughts, etc. It's a Elox round, but to probably just jump all over him. Mind you, your dogs will probably go mental with him. Morning, Heather. I was only coming on like for 10 minutes, and it's almost been half an hour. Doing really well this morning. I know quite a few people at the moment are stuck at home. So the crystal course I've been talking about is coming, or the talk I'm going to do about crystals is coming. And what I'm thinking about doing is doing it during the day. Now that we have a StreamYard subscription, I'm not limited to the number of hours we get. So I can actually do a few more things during the day, which will probably make it easier for everybody else. I've also got more jewelry coming. I've got all these lovely bracelets, which I made up, ready to go. So I'm going to be doing a live on Glasgow Derrick Crafts. I am doing a relaunch about the middle of January, so I'm building a stock up, bits and pieces. Don't say that yet, Shaz. I don't actually feel like yawning yet. David, I'm okay. I had a cancer scare a few weeks ago, which was stressful, but it's a large cyst on kidney. Well, in one aspect, good news, it's not cancer. But again, we'll send you healing thoughts and everything to go with that. I hope that gets sorted. Yeah. You know, it's he's had okay. Nick's had Calpol. You know, it would be nice, wouldn't it, if you could get adult Calpol instead of paracetamol tablets or whatever else. You know, get paracetamol in suspension to have as an adult. Make it so much easier. But there we go. What are you doing, Elox? He's now staring at the monkey. They're looking at each other. So yeah, so I got the crystal course coming up. Yes, well, I won't go there. I like whiskey, but I also like Kraken rum. It's I like gin as well. I must admit, I've always liked gin. Never got drunk on gin. I've tried many times, but never actually quite managed it. I think the tonic keeps watering it down. So there we go. I've got some. I was given some homemade vodka, and it's nice. It's nice. It's not like normal vodka. It's got a very distinct flavour, and it's it's good. It tastes quite citrusy actually, so unlike your normal gin. So, what are you doing, you daft cat? I wish you could see him. There's his tail. You can just about see his head under the microphone. Look. He's been a right little so-and-so. It is only available on prescription, but it's actually it's 1,000 milligrams per dose in a bottle. So it's you need to have a very good reason to have it. Yeah, still kids though, Heather. So yeah, Heather's one of the lucky ones in one aspect, really, because where she lives, they've just gone into tier 3. Max is not good. Max he spends most of the day in his bed, or in his cage, I should say. He sleeps in a crate, and he's deteriorating. He takes each day as it comes. He'll share his bed with the cats. They'll go in and they'll snuggle up to him. He'll lie down behind. Got 2 cushions behind the sofa. He'll sit on the cushions, and the kittens will go and join him, cuddle up to him. And the other night, I put Max to bed, and he looks at me just to say, "Where the hell's my hot water bottle gone?" So there we go. It's one of those things. We're at a loss at the moment, shall we say, with him. We've gone through the whole process of wanting to have him put down, but the vets have said they need to do a detailed examination that could cost us £1,000 before they'll even consider putting him down. And it's just like, we live on benefit. How the hell are we expected to pay £1,000 for an appointment that's not necessarily going to extend his life? We looked into pet insurance, and we were told by the vet that what he's got isn't actually covered by pet insurance. So he has an antihistamine, one I remember, which is more or less every other day. And he has evening primrose oil. He's 10. He's 10. He's had a good life. He's worked nearly all his life, though. He's been my ability dog for 7 years. I got him when he was 3. So, yeah, he was a rescue dog. And he just showed a natural ability to be an assistance dog. But now, when I fit, he can't come to me. He can't jump up on the sofa. I have the 2 sofas we have in our house, because I'm so tall, as certain people will actually confirm I am extremely tall. One of our sofas is up on raised blocks, so I can actually stand up. But Max can't jump up on that sofa. So if I'm fitting on the sofa, it's Shazzy that has to deal with it. Elox will come and sit on my chest and lick my face. Athena will sit on my legs and chew my feet. And they're basically doing what Max did. Doesn't always help. No, PDSA, that's who we went to. We asked, and they said it'd be £1,000 regardless. Yeah, Dr. Ollie, youngest grandson, he'll come and he'll put his arms around me and stroke my face. RSPCA, we don't have, the closest RSPCA to us is Coventry, and they are inundated at the moment. They won't do anything. Also, rugby isn't in the catchment area for the PDSA. We have, I wanted to take him to the PDSA. I tried Leicester and I tried Coventry, and they turned around and said that you're not in the catchment area. They won't do anything. We have to see a normal vet. I was paying into a scheme that was £16 a month, which was okay. But then when they were too far for the Dogs Trust, David, closest Dogs Trust to us is Stoke-on-Trent. And again, you've got to get them there, and then you've got to sit and wait and do whatever. And it's just cost. All right, Sarah, see you later. Take care. It's just cost, and we don't, Max isn't in any pain. That is something I do know for a fact, because if he was in pain, he'd be whimpering and crying all the time, and he's not. I've been around dogs all my life, and I've seen them when they're in pain, and I've seen how they suffer. Max is just happy. He plods along, he eats his dinner, or rather he wolfs it down. He's got the appetite of a puppy. He really has. The speed he demolishes his food, things like that, but you can just tell he's not in pain. He goes out, he wheezes and does his number twos and does everything else normally. He's getting old. He's had a very, very busy life. Unlike a pet dog, who 9 times out of 10, all they do is sit there, wag their tail, pick your slippers up, pick the newspaper up, do whatever. Max has actually had a job to do. And it's time for me, we're now looking after him. We had fireworks last night, really big fireworks, like display fireworks going off a couple of doors away. Some kids had obviously got hold of them and letting them off. It scared the shit out of Max, to the point where he actually went and jumped on the sofa with Shazzy, which was really unusual. Normally he won't go near Shazzy. But he cuddled up, and that was it. He was there whilst all the fireworks were going off. Then Shazzy had both cats on her. He didn't bat an eyelid. So, he's not in pain. I say he's just poorly. We do what we can. I give him herbal supplements. Shazzy has a fear of dogs. But the first day she met Max, he was so good. He stayed by me, and he only went near Shazzy when she asked him to go over. From that, he just, he does take his time. He's very, very gentle. He's very gentle with children. Apart from they get in his face now, and he can get a bit snappy. She must like Boris then. Who? What?
Like Boris. David's dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking Prime Minister then. Boris is lovely. You were fine with Boris though, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't pooping it. No. But Max doesn't normally mix with other dogs. But when we took him around to Cat and Ben's house, he was fine. Boris is David's dog, Kim. But yeah, as I say, when we took Max round to Cat and Ben's house, and he had a run around the garden with their dogs, they were perfectly fine. I don't know if it's because there's only one that's a little bit bigger than him, but don't know. It's just really odd. Normally he doesn't mix very well with other dogs, but he mixed fine with Cat and Ben's. Can't believe this cat's actually gone to sleep. Yeah. Look at this. He's fast asleep. He's snoring his head off. I'm surprised you can't hear it. Come on, camera. So there we go. Yeah, it's something a little bit different. But yeah, Max is, say, he's getting old. He has his own Facebook, Boris. I'll have to have a look at that. Cat and Ben's dogs are fantastic. Very, very friendly. Very, very unique. One of their dogs doesn't, he sat on my feet and he listened to me and he did everything, and he was just like, it was just absolutely incredible. I can't even remember the dog's name. It's really bad. Sorry? No, the big one. Parker. That's it. Parker. He came in. I was in the front room and I was doing something, and he came and sat with me. And he had to fuss off me and everything. And Ben just stood there and went, he doesn't do that normally. And Kat said the same thing. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's, oh, are you waking up now? Oh, I'm getting the evil look off Elox now. Oh, he's gone back to sleep. That was weird. It was like his eyes were like, and it's like, yeah, okay. But yeah. Right, 2021. First investigation of the year, which is tonight. I'm going to be investigating the inside of my eyelids. So that is the first investigation of 2021. The investigation of my eyelids. And nobody else will be joining me for that one. Yeah, as Kat says, Parker is very wary of everyone. He's very he is friendly, but won't sit with anyone but Ben usually. And there he was, sat with me, and it was just absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I've grown up with dogs all my life. When I was little, my parents used to breed Dalmatians. My grandparents used to breed Irish Wolfhounds and miniature white-haired Dachshunds. My very first dog, when I was 4 or 3 even, was Bowler. He was a black lab. I've always loved black labs. It's just one of those. When I lived in Coventry during my first marriage, I had a black lab. But when my divorce went through, my ex-wife turned around to me and said, "You need to pay maintenance for the dog if you want to see her." And I said, "Well, in that case, I'll take her off your hands." "No, you won't." And she promptly got rid of the dog anyway. So I couldn't see my dog again. And I was very angry about that. But I fostered dogs for rescues, and nowadays I've always had cats as well, but I do like the cats, and I think for maintenance and everything else, a cat's going to be a little bit easier, or probably a tortoise. I quite like tortoises as well. Yeah. Dogs always, well, every animal can sense if they can trust a human being or not. Cat. Hercules is more of an empathic dog than he is anything else. Stitch even is empathic. Hercules, that's the little bouncy Jack Russell, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love Springers. Love Springers. I one of the places I work, my boss had 4 Springers. They had a 3-bedroom house, and I stayed in their spare bedroom one day, and then I woke up in the morning and there were four sets of eyes staring at me at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and it freaked me out because I didn't know what it was. I know the house was haunted at the time, and yeah, I had 4 sets of eyes staring at me, and it was, oh dear, okay, what's that? Put the light on, suddenly there's these 4 Springers just staring at me, and then they jumped on the bed. And I went down in the morning, and Tony said to me, he goes, have you seen the dogs? I went, yeah, they're on my bed. He went, yeah, that's actually their room. So yeah, I think they were a bit perturbed that I was in their bed. Yeah, Springers, any dog, if you spoil it, it becomes too complacent. I think, you have to draw a line. You have to remember at the end of the day that it is actually still a wild animal. Doesn't matter how domesticated it is, it's still a wild animal. It's like a cat. You can domesticate cats as much as you want, but they still have a feral streak, which is why they scratch and they do whatever, because that's my tea. I don't want your tail in my tea. I know it's cold, but we do sometimes take too many chances with pets. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to go shopping. Not quite sure I'm going to do this yet because Shazzy's not allowed out. Oops. Yeah, I'll agree with that one, Shazzy. The Dorset's dog you steer clear of because it's a mass of claws and fur, and when it jumps on you, it hurts. It hasn't been trained at all. And the eldest son's dog is literally, they were told it was an American Bulldog, but it's not. Definitely not. It's, sorry?
More Great Dane.
Yeah, he's more Great Dane, and he's Rhodesian Ridgeback. So there we go. It's a Great Dane Rhodesian Ridgeback cross, I think, but it was advertised and they got it. They were told it was an American Bulldog, which it looks nothing like a Bulldog, but it is mad as anything, and it's got a tail like a whip. But she is lovely. Always comes to me for fuss. First time she met me, she came over to me, got fuss. I told her, she's getting yelled at to go and lie on my bed and everything else. She totally ignored them. I said, sit down. She sat down for me, and I got the look of, how the hell did you do that? So there we go. Oh, you can't take a bone off Max. He's a Jack Russell Staffy, but the Jack Russell in him comes out when you try and take his bone off him, or you try and take anything off him. It's just one of those things. But again, that goes back to their feral roots, or their wild roots. So anyway, as I say, I've got to go shopping. I will be on probably later on today. Sorry, Chaz? I've got the hiccups, excuse me. Shazzy may join. May. There we go. Yeah, I have tried online shopping. The thing was, I couldn't fit down the telephone line. I like to be able to go in the store and actually see what's on offer as well, because we shop at Iceland Warehouse. They don't do online deliveries, and we buy 24. Is it 24? 6, 12. Don't know. We bulk buy long life milk, because we buy by the case, and you can't get that at the normal Iceland or anywhere else really. And for it's 12, I think. Yeah, 12. It's 6 and 6. So yeah, 12 boxes in a case, and for £6 it's cheaper than going to any other supermarket. And also I like to see the offers. I think it's a chef in me, and get something that's still within its use by date, and whack it in the freezer, which you can't always do if you do shopping online. But I am looking again at Approved Foods, another good website that do food that's still within its use by date, but has gone past its shelf date, which is really odd, because these days, if you make fresh food or biscuits or anything else like that, you have to put a sell-by date on it and a use-by date on it. And 9 times out of 10 at the supermarkets, when it's gone past its sell-by date, they discard it to wherever, a warehouse or whatever, and then these other companies buy them and sell them on. They're still perfectly usable, even if something, one of the best ones is tin food, things like baked beans, all that kind of thing. It's put in a tin to keep it fresh. So technically, because it's in a tin, it has no access to air or anything else like that. So technically, it should never go off. Yet it still has a use-by date on it, which doesn't make sense. David uses Approved Foods. We've used it. It was Heather actually that introduced us to Approved Food. It's absolutely brilliant. Don't have a problem with it. Yep, I can do that, Kim. Yeah, I've got it here. I'll put it in chat. There we go. Approvedfood.co.uk. Absolutely fantastic. You can get so much stuff, and they do so many offers. Like you can get one of the offers I saw the other day was 8 bags of crisps for £1. If you like, the little Lotus biscuits, you go to a restaurant, you get a coffee, and they normally give you a biscuit. You can get a box of 300, and it's about, I think it's about £4, £5, something like that. Normal retail on those is about £12.99. You do, I've currently got, I've got about 10 items in my basket at the moment. It'll cost me £21, and I've already saved £22. So it gives you basically not only what the cost, what's in your basket, what it's going to cost you, but it also tells you your saving of what it would normally cost. They do deliver anywhere. It costs £3 for delivery for your first box, and then occasionally they do have offers on, so that you can, I did one, or was it October, I think it was, and I had 3 huge boxes, and they only charged me £3 for one lot of delivery, because they had an offer on. It was an October offer. Woohoo! Right, the cats will be happy. Tomorrow their new little cat scratching post arrives, so hopefully the sofas will be safe. But yeah, no, Approved Foods is fantastic. You know, they have deals on, if you like, on alcohol, on everything, basically all household or pet stuff. It's absolutely fantastic, and it changes. It's not always the same thing. If you like scampi fries, for example, you can get 20 packets of scampi fries for silly money. Where are we? 3 cans of Pepsi Max, 40p each, normally 60p each. So 3 for £1.20. If you like Nobby's nuts, for example, you know, the peanuts, dry roasted, 4 for £1. It is really good. You know, they got bargains. They got a sale. So they do groceries, alcohol, hot, cold drinks. They do all types of drinks, things like that. They do health food. They do household. They do pets. They also do dietary. They also do special occasions, that kind of thing. And it is absolutely fantastic. You know, it's not just food either. You can get novelty gifts. You know, and it's different. You know, I'm just looking at novelty gifts now, and they've got some weird and wacky things on there. But yeah, everything on groceries, from baby food to world food. You know, there they do dog food. They do. I was looking at cat food earlier. But yeah, they do dog food. Where are we? Harrington's dog food, grain free, which would normally cost you about £7 in the shops, for a 2 kilogram bag, £3.99. You know, so that's really good. Where are we? Harrington's mixed bulk wet food, 16 pouches, 400 gram pouches, normally £20. They're doing for £11. It's absolutely fantastic. And they also do accessories like dog harnesses, cat harnesses, all that kind of thing as well. So it is absolutely worth it. They do have some things on there which are ludicrously priced. But they're normally ludicrously priced to start with. You know, here we go. If you like your whiskies, Johnny Walker XR Legacy Blend 21-year blended Scotch whiskey, normal price £200. They're doing it for 180. So it's still a saving. I am going shopping. I'm just browsing. You know, what's in sale at the moment? Wow. Get your Slim Fast meal replacement shake powder. Normally £20, £5.99. That's not bad, actually. Might get one of those. But yeah, no, it is a fantastic site. Yeah, we've enjoyed everything so far. We have enjoyed everything so far. You will not be disappointed. You will find though that one day, if you do like you go through your list, you know, and then if you leave it a couple of days, and then you go back, you'll find that certain items have gone out of stock, so they've actually it's automatically removed from your basket. So you know, it's absolutely fantastic. I'll just looking at one of my previous ones. It was I spent £127, and I had operation is not the best way to lose weight at all, David. I lost 23.5 stone through Slimming World. So there we go. I'll go. Yeah. Oh, where's he gone? There he is. He keeps looking at the camera. So yeah. What was I saying? Can't remember. It's gone out of my head. Yeah, it might be a swear word, Kim, but it's also really useful. As long as you use semi-skimmed or skim milk, it's not a problem. Yeah, I used to weigh I was just over 36 stone. Yeah, but I was told by my diabetic nurse I'd lost too much weight, and it was actually dangerous. So I had to put some back. You can see the claws. I was told I had to put some weight back on, which I have done, but I'm actually managing to hold it steady. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, I was Man of the Year for 2 years in the West Midlands. I was nominated for Man of the Year for National, and I came third twice. And I was also nominated for the Greatest Slimmer in 5 years, and I got beaten by somebody who lost 31 stone. So, yeah, it's not easy. It is a state of mind, but it is also learning what you can and what you can't eat. Anyway, I'm going to go. I see Heather's about to go as well. So, excuse me, I'm just wiping a mark, trying to wipe a mark off the screen. There we go. So, yeah, I will see you all later. Take care. Don't have nightmares. I do, Kim. I'll send it to you later. A lot of people say I do look very different. I didn't have a beard then. So I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Don't have nightmares. Bye for now.